Prepare for IELTS Grade 10 Reading Unit 2 Your Body and You. Passage 1. Are organically grown foods the best food choices? The advantages claimed for such foods over conventionally grown and marketed food products are now being debated. Advocates of organic foods, a term whose meaning varies greatly, frequently proclaim that such products are safer and more nutritious than others. The growing interest of consumers in the safety and more nutritional quality of the typical North American diet is a welcome development. However, much of this interest has been sparked by sweeping claims that the food supply is unsafe, inadequate in meeting nutritional needs. Although most of these claims are not supported by scientific evidence, the preponderance of written material advancing such claims makes it difficult for the general public to separate fact from fiction. As a result, claims that eating a diet consisting entirely of organically grown foods prevents or cures disease or provides other benefits to health have become widely publicized and form the basis for folklore. Almost daily the public is besieged by claims for no aging diets, new vitamins, and other wonder foods. There are numerous unsubstantiated reports that natural vitamins are superior to synthetic ones, that fertilized eggs are nutritionally superior to unfertilized eggs, that untreated grains are better than fumigated grains, and the like. One thing that most organically grown food products seem to have in common is that they cost more than conventionally grown foods. But in many cases, consumers are misled if they believe organic foods can maintain health and provide better nutritional quality than conventionally grown foods. So there is real cause for concern if consumers, particularly those with limited incomes, distrust the regular food and buy only expensive organic foods instead. Passage 2. Very few people in the modern world obtain their food supply by hunting and gathering in the natural environment surrounding their homes. This method of harvesting from nature's provision is the oldest known subsistence strategy and has been practiced for at least the last 2 million years. It was, indeed, the only way to obtain food until rudimentary farming and the domestication of wild animals were introduced about 10,000 years ago. Because hunter-gatherers have fared poorly in comparison with their agricultural cousins, their numbers have dwindled, and they have been forced to live in marginal environments, such as deserts and Arctic wastelands. In higher latitudes, the shorter growing seasons have restricted the availability of plant life. Such conditions have caused a greater dependence on hunting, and on fishing along the coasts and waterways. The abundance of vegetation in the lower latitudes of the tropics, on the other hand, has provided a greater opportunity for gathering a variety of plants. In short, the environmental differences have restricted the diet and have limited possibilities for the development of subsistence societies. Contemporary hunter-gatherers may help us understand our prehistoric ancestors. We know from the observation of modern hunter-gatherers in both Africa and Alaska that a society based on hunting and gathering must be very mobile. While the entire community camps in a central location, a smaller party harvests the food.
Listening. Exercise 1. Listen and write no more than 3 words for each blank. The students of Quang Trung School are having a medical checkup today. First, they fill in their medical records and give them to the nurse. After that, the nurse takes their temperature, measures their height, and weighs them. Then, she tells them to go back in the waiting room. Now they are waiting to see the doctor. Exercise 2. Listen and answer the question. Yesterday, Hoa and her aunt went to the market. They wanted to buy some meat, vegetables, and fruits for their dinner. First, they went to the meat stall. There was a good selection of meat on the stall: chicken, pork, and beef. Hoa doesn't like pork, and her aunt doesn't either, so they bought some beef. Next, they went to the vegetable stall. They bought some spinach and cucumbers. Hoa likes them, and so does her aunt. They are her aunt's favorite vegetables. Finally, Hoa and her aunt stopped at a fruit stall. They wanted to buy a papaya and a pineapple, but they weren't ripe yet. Therefore, they bought some oranges instead.